everybody, it's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm so glad you guys could join me today for a Tuesday tip. This one you're going to really like. Today I've got a great organization tip for you. So I was struggling the other day. I have all these new stamp sets and bundles from the new Stampin' Up! Catalog. My struggle was which ones had dies, which one had punches, which one had embossing folders. So I came up with a simple little trick. I did just a little bit of work here on my stamp sets, and I've just simply stamped a D, a P, an EF, depending on what goes along with my stamp set, whether it's dies, a punch, embossing folders. Guys, this has been like life-changing for me in my stamp room. It was very simple to do, and it's nice to be able to see that at a glance. Let me show you how I did this. So my tip for organizing all of your stamps, dies, punches, and embossing folders is simply this. So I have a P next to, for example, my jar of flowers. It comes with a punch. I have a D next to my parcels and petals because I know that that has matching dies. And then I looked at my Celebrate Sunflowers. It has dies and an embossing folder. And it's just really nice to be able to easily and quickly see on my shelf when I look at the spine of my stamps to know which is which. Now, little quick tip on how I did this. I used the stamp set Make a Difference. All right, we have these great little capital letters down here, and they were perfect for this. Now, if you don't want to go to the trouble of stamping, remember you can always write the D, the P, the EF, but I wanted all mine to look nice and uniform. I'm a little OCD that way, so the Make a Difference stamp set was perfect for that. Now, the ink that you choose to stamp those letters, you can use either the Memento Tuxedo Black or you can use the StazOn Black. Either one is going to work great. But I do need to tell you that when it comes to this insert, it's kind of a glossy kind of paper. And so we want to make sure that we're picking an ink that's going to dry. And so I'm going to suggest one of these two. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got my prized Peony stamp set here. And this stamp set is here on page 84, and I can see with this one, it says right down here at the bottom, it coordinates with the Peony dies. Well, there we go. I know that this stamp set has dies with it. So I can come in with that letter D, and right here on the spine next to the name, I'm just going to stamp a D. You do want to let that dry for just a second or two. And I'm going to give you my other tip. I take that and I just set that off to the side. So right there with the stamp set, just set it off to the side, and then you're going to move on to your next stamp set. My next stamp set is posted for you. This one has a matching punch. So we're going to come in with the letter P, and we'll stamp a P right there. Now I know that one goes with a punch. We're going to take this, we'll set that one off to the side. Here's where it gets a little interesting. I've got my Beautiful World stamp set, and I can see here that it comes with stamps, dies, and an embossing folder. So for this one, I'm going to slide out my insert, and this one I'm going to do a little bit different. So I have got my D for dies, and we'll stamp that here. And then I've got, I think it actually might be a little I, but we're going to use it as a backslash, and we'll stamp that right there. And then I have EF for embossing folder, and I can stamp that right there. So now I know that this set in particular has two different things that goes along with it. This is why I said I like to do 3 at a time. That's good and dry now. I don't have to worry about it smearing. So I can take this, I'll simply slide it right back into my sleeve, and I am ready to go. Now we can keep going. We'll get our other ones added here. It's so nice that there's that protective sleeve on there. Makes it nice and easy. You don't have to worry about that doing any more smearing. You should be good and safe. That's why I said I really do like to do 3 at a time. And then when I have a stamp set where there is no punch, no dies, no embossing folder, It's simply blank. And now when these are all on my shelf, it's very easy for me to see. I know exactly if I'm needing a die or a punch or just something that I don't want to miss, like a really great embossing folder. It's so nice and easy to see that right there on the spine. And there you have it, my friends. It's just as simple as that. Yes, it takes a little bit of time, but maybe you're going to have one of those rainy days. You need a little something to do, or a long weekend and you just want to get yourself organized. I think today's tip is going to really do the trick for you. So I hope you're going to give that one a try. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of today's Tuesday tip. I hope you have a wonderful day and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.